In every room, there's always one person who stands out, someone who effortlessly gains respect the moment they walk in. But here's the shocking truth. It's not just about having a title or experience. In fact, research shows that only 15% of respect comes from expertise or position. The rest? It's all about how you show up and connect with others. That means even if you're not the boss or the most experienced, you can still command respect. Want to know the secret? In this video, we're diving into 6 powerful strategies that will instantly boost your influence and make people respect you, no matter the situation. From the surprising power of silence to the underestimated strength of empathy, these methods go beyond the typical leadership advice. Stick with us, and you'll discover how small, simple actions can make a huge difference in how people see you. Ready to gain the respect you deserve? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Quiet Confidence. Speak less, impact more. When you walk into a room, the way you carry yourself speaks volumes. Quiet confidence is a game changer. It's not about being loud or dominating every conversation, it's about owning the space with your presence. Think of it like a silent signal that you're sure of yourself, and you don't need to prove it through constant chatter. Studies show that people with high emotional intelligence tend to make better leaders. They listen more and speak less. In fact, a study from the University of Pennsylvania found that the most respected leaders are often the ones who actively listen. When you speak less but with purpose, your words carry weight. This doesn't mean being shy or passive, it's about being calculated in how and when you speak. If you listen first, you gain insight into others, making your responses far more powerful. The greatest leaders in history, like Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, were often more observers than talkers. Their silence invited respect because it allowed others to be heard. When you hold back and let others speak, you create an environment of trust, which is key to building respect. The next time you enter a room, instead of trying to fill the space with your voice, focus on making your presence felt through your body language and attentiveness. Chapter 2. The Unseen Strength. Empathy over ego. Empathy is a superpower that often gets overlooked in leadership. Leaders who show understanding and care for others build a bridge of trust. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and genuinely feeling their emotions. Research by Harvard Business Review shows that leaders who show empathy have more loyal teams and higher employee satisfaction. Empathy isn't just about feeling sorry for someone, it's about making them feel heard and understood. When you listen with empathy, people respect you because they feel valued. If you always put your ego first, you risk alienating the people around you. The more empathetic you are, the more people are willing to follow your lead. Empathy also encourages collaboration, which is crucial for any successful team. In fact, 80% of employees say they'd rather work for a leader who cares about their well-being than one who is only focused on performance. That's the power of empathy. It cuts through the noise and shows people you care. Leaders like Satya Nadella of Microsoft have turned their companies around simply by focusing on empathy and inclusivity. Chapter 3. Mastering the Art of Powerful Silence. When to hold your tongue. Sometimes, the most powerful tool in your leadership toolkit is silence. It may sound simple, but knowing when to remain silent can instantly elevate your respect. People often fill silence with unnecessary words, but a well-timed pause can make your presence felt. A study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that people who can strategically pause during conversations are viewed as more confident and competent. Silence is a sign of control. It shows that you're comfortable in any situation. Take a moment after someone speaks before you respond. This shows you're thinking carefully about your response and that you value what others have said. Leaders who talk over others or interrupt can come off as insecure. In contrast, leaders who wait and listen carefully often command respect. Remember, silence isn't just the absence of words, it's an active tool in communication. The next time you're in a discussion, try pausing for a second before responding. You might be surprised by the amount of respect you gain just by holding your tongue. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more valuable insights on leadership. Chapter 4. The Authentic Leader. Stop trying to fit in. People respect leaders who are unapologetically themselves. Trying to fit into someone else's mold can make you seem less genuine, and people can sense that. Authenticity is the key to true leadership respect. In fact, according to a study by Deloitte, 94% of executives and 88% of employees believe that a strong sense of authenticity is important for creating an inclusive culture. When you're authentic, people know what to expect from you. There's a sense of reliability and consistency that builds trust. Don't be afraid to stand out. In fact, the more you try to blend in, the less people will notice you. Leaders who embrace their quirks and flaws often earn more respect because they're relatable. Think about people like Richard Branson or Oprah Winfrey. They've built successful empires by being true to themselves. They didn't try to fit into a box, they created their own. When you stop pretending to be someone else, you instantly command respect. People gravitate toward authenticity because it makes them feel more comfortable. Chapter 5. Leading with Intent. The subtle power of direction. Great leaders don't just tell people what to do, they guide them with clear intent and vision. When you give people a sense of purpose, they respect you more because they see you as someone who has a direction. According to Gallup, organizations with leaders who provide clear direction see 50% higher productivity levels. This doesn't mean micromanaging. It means guiding people towards a common goal and showing them why it matters. People respect leaders who can set a clear vision. They want to know where they're heading and why it's important. The most respected leaders don't just dictate tasks, they help people see the bigger picture. Leaders like Steve Jobs were known for their ability to inspire others with a sense of purpose. They made people feel like they were part of something bigger than themselves. When you provide direction, people follow with respect because they understand the why behind your actions. Next time you give a task, don't just tell people what to do, show them how it fits into the larger mission. Chapter 6. The Ripple Effect. Small acts, big respect. Respect isn't always earned in big, flashy moments. Sometimes, it's the small, consistent actions that build a reputation. A study from the University of Michigan found that leaders who display kindness and fairness in everyday interactions are often seen as more competent and trustworthy. Whether it's remembering someone's name, showing up on time, or treating everyone equally, small actions create a ripple effect of respect. People notice the little things. When you show kindness and consistency, people start to see you as a leader who values respect and trust. It doesn't take grand gestures to make a big impact. Simple acts of fairness can go a long way in earning respect. For example, when you give credit where it's due, it shows you're humble and appreciative. Over time, these small acts compound into a strong reputation. Leaders like Barack Obama were known for their small, thoughtful gestures that made people feel respected and valued. These seemingly minor actions can have a major impact on how you're perceived. Start small, and watch how respect follows. Thanks for sticking with us through these 6 strategies. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more tips and tricks to boost your leadership skills.